Hi, my loves. This is Isabel Sanfilippo coming at you from WCHS Wall Township, and you're listening to the I Love You podcast. So, I hate to break the news, but do not listen to the relationship advice episode because we broke up. So, today this episode is about breakups. Oh, also, welcome back. It's been a while. It's a new school year, and
things have changed.
Things have changed.
Clearly.
Today I'm joined by
Dia.
And we're going to be talking all about breakups. I wanted to do this episode for a while, but I was in a relationship, so I didn't really have... No, not like that, Like, I was like, oh, breakups would be, like, such a good episode to do, but I also, like...
There was no, like, personal...
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Like, I would be just riffing off things, like, I don't really know. So I was like...
Now there is...
Now we know.
For both of us.
Now we've learned. After the breakup, there's the question. And this is the question that I feel like our talk today might focus the most on.
Yeah, and I feel like it's asked literally, like, every time people break up.
Do you want to stay friends?
No.
Let's unpack this.
Because it's not saying no to be, like, petty or, like, immature. It's literally just needing space and time from that person so that you can heal from that relationship.
I think you can't be friends with your ex, and I have 4 points to this. There's 4 different layers. Okay. 1, if you ask that, you don't really want to be friends, you're just being nice. Like, you're just, like, trying to be, like, courteous, and you think it's, like, the right thing to do.
Because obviously there's a reason you broke up.
Exactly. So. And that's not always the best situation. Also, like, you don't always follow through. Like, you could say to someone, like, oh, let's be friends, and then just, like, never talk to them again. Yeah. So, number 2, if you guys still like each other or, like each other's personalities or something, you cannot be friends because sometimes it'll just end up in you dating again and then hurting each other all over again.
Yeah, like, it's, like, if you break up for a reason, like, it should really, like, not turn into, like, an on and off type relationship. Like, if you keep your distance, like, that's, like, really the only way to, like, get over someone like that.
And then if you're, like, friends and then you date and then you decide to break up and then you become friends again and then you start dating, it's, like, a cycle.
It's just, yeah, it's a cycle. And it's, like, I get why that happens. Like, it is really hard. Mm-hmm. Like, when you're dating someone, like, they're literally, like, your best friend and then you don't talk to them anymore and that's hard. And you miss them, but, like, it's okay to miss them but then not want them back.
Exactly. Because in those times, like, even though you want to tell them everything because that's just what you're used to and that's just how your life has been for however long you've been dating them, you have to, like, remind yourself, like, yes, there was so much good, but there was also bad, and if you went back and tried to be friends, it would just hurt the other person even more and hurt yourself more too.
Yeah, because you need to be able to, like, let those feelings go, which takes time.
Number 3. Oh, wait, we actually did that one. It's harder on both of you to get over it if you're still friends. Because obviously, if you just went from dating someone to straight into friends, you're still going to have feelings. Like,
yeah, I feel like there's no way that you, like, break up with someone and you just straight away, like, you just don't like them anymore. Like, if you say that, you're literally just lying to yourself. Like, you really can't switch up that fast.
No. And as much as, like, you can, like, try to, like, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, like, you could be like, oh, like I hate him, I hate her, and it's like, you try to, like, push it all down and, like, not feel what you feel, but it's gonna come out sometime.
Yeah, because when you go through a breakup, like, sometimes breakups are, like, super messy and you do end up hating the person, but other times it's just, like, a mutual, okay, you don't work together. And in those situations, like, there's no, like, bad feelings or, like, ill intent towards anyone. They still, like, are your best friend. Like, I don't know. Like,
yeah, no, it's really hard to, like, let go of that.
Especially when there's, like, not a lot to be, like, angry about.
Mm.
Like, if it's
just, or
like,
even if there is a lot to be angry about, like, it's still hard.
It's still hard.
Like, sometimes it's like, okay, but, like, was it really that bad? but yeah, it was.
Yeah. Me and Dia at lunch, we share this story. So our exes were both sitting alone, and I, like, walked over and was like, oh, I really want to tell him something. Like, should I?
And I was like, because, like, our friends, like, didn't really know how to, like, tell her not to. And I was like, Izzy, if you could do that, then I could do that. Like, if you're gonna go talk to your ex right now, then I'm gonna go talk to my ex, and you can't say anything about it.
So we both didn't.
Yeah, because then...
High five.
High five. Because then she was like, Dia, that's not good for you. And I was like, okay, but then that's not good for you either. It's fine.
Number 4. This one is a little risque. People just stay friends for the benefits.
Yeah.
And that's weird to me. That's like...
Friends with benefits. Like, what are you doing?
Like, it's so messy. Like, you're still, like, basically dating. Like, what is even...
Yeah, and I feel like people, like, when people do friends of with benefits, they just get hurt.
Exactly.
Because then, like... Because then it's like, what are you? You're just friends. So then, like, you're, like, allowed to, like, talk to other people. You're allowed to, like... You know, because it's, like, you're not expecting, like, a relationship out of it. So it's just, like...
But, like, going from, like... You're in a relationship, like, you're not talking to other girls, like, you're not dating other girls.
To friends with benefits is literally just, like, an open relationship.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like, okay, if you're gonna do friends with benefits with a person that you, like, haven't dated before, that you didn't just break up with, like, okay, like, do what you want, like, do, like, whatever your heart desires. Like, that's fine if both people, like, don't want a relationship. But just leaving a committed relationship and then doing friends with benefits is, like...
It's, like, what is even the point? Because there's still, like, that possessiveness. Because you just broke up.
Them. Yeah.
Like, imagine, like, you're like, oh, like, if
that's might as well being, like, oh, can we have this be an open relationship? Like, that's literally what that is.
Like, open relationship, except let's not be, like, actual friends. Let's just be, like... Let's just kiss.
Yeah.
And
let's just kiss.
That's just not... That's, like, taking the best part of a relationship away. Like, in my opinion, like, the best part of a relationship is, like, the fact that, like, you can tell that person anything and they're always there and, like, you're best friends. Like, you can talk about anything.
Emotional connection that you have.
You're
just taking that away.
And then, like, what is it? Like, it's, like...
And it's, like, if that's what you want, but, like, that might not be, like, what the other person wants.
Exactly. Plus, like, if the goal is, like, just, like, benefits and, like, exes... I guess exes with benefits is, like, more the right term. Like, then the emotional connection, it should be gone in theory, but it can never be gone, especially if you just broke up.
Yeah, like, if you're connected in that way, like, you're not gonna get over it.
And then it's basically just, like, dating without being friends.
Yeah, it's like dating, but without the commitment.
Exactly.
And, like, nobody wants that.
No.
Or...
Well,
I don't know, if you do... No, you do. Okay, no, there are people that do, and, like, that's okay. If it's, like, both people don't want a relationship. I'm just saying, like, after you just break up, like, going to friends with benefits, like just know that what you're doing is an open relationship.
Yeah. It's like someone just did, or maybe it's, like, mutual on both sides and, like, both people just didn't want to commit. Like, maybe they didn't have the time, or maybe they just didn't want to be in a relationship. Like, that's better, but, like,
but
still,
most of the time, like, if that happens, like, even if, like, one of them is like, oh, like, I want to be with you, but I don't want this commitment, and if the other person's like, oh, like, same, like, they kind of just might be saying that to keep the person and not because they actually want to do that.
There's, like, all of, like, the shows where they're, like, fake dating, and it's like, don't get attached, don't da-da-da.
And they always do.
They always do. They always end up together, and so that's why this never works.
Tell the boys I've loved before.
Exactly.
That one. I literally can't. Literally just all of them. Like, where they have, if they have a fake relationship, they end up dating.
Like, Everything I Hate About You. Or wait, no.
10 things say.
That's a lie. Wait, no, that one's not. Wait, what's it called? Anyone But You.
Oh, yes,
they, like,
Anyone
fake
But
dated and
You.
they started dating.
Yeah.
That's what that was the goal. My brain is, like, all
guys,
over the
if
place
you fake
today.
date people, you're gonna real date them.
Yes. Yes, that is what's going to happen. Because someone's going to form an emotional connection, and once there's an emotional connection, there's going to be a relationship.
Yeah, and then, again, like, if one of them wants that and the other one doesn't, like, you're gonna get hurt.
So just
try,
no.
like, not to do that.
And then, so yeah, that is the reasons I think you cannot be friends with your ex.
I agree, and I feel like it's also okay to just not agree with that sometimes. You know, when you, like, I feel like right now, too, like, I feel like everything that I'm saying and that we're saying is right, but sometimes you, like, don't care, and you're like, okay, but, like, I just want them back, but you don't. You just miss them. You don't actually want them back, but it's, like, it's okay to, like, hate life sometimes, like, after a breakup.
it's okay to like take as much time as you need, because some days are going to be better than others. Like some days you're going to be like, yeah, I don't need anyone. Like I am literally doing so good right now.
You know, that would literally be what would happen to me. It's like one day I would be like, literally the day before that day at lunch, I was like, oh my god, like I'm over it, like everything's good. And the next day I was like,
so I want to tell him everything that's happened since we've broken up.
Yeah, so I would just want to tell him about my day, the past however many days we had broken up, because it had been days, not even a week.
It's really tough, because like there's literally like some days I'm like, okay, yeah, like I'm fine, like I'm completely fine, but then there's other days where it's like, oh my gosh, like is this even real life? Like the person who has been my person for like over a year is not my person anymore. Yeah. But like they still are my person. Like they're still the same person. They just can't be my person.
I know. And it's like yeah. Like they are the same person. It's just that you're not like really like you're just not in their life anymore, and it's like really hard to deal with that.
But like also at the same time, like if there's still that person, you can never go back into the relationship because there's a reason that it didn't work. Yeah. And that's what like you have to keep reminding yourself.
Yeah,
like,
I feel like you have to remind yourself why it ended, and like I don't know, the fact that you were unhappy like that day, like like again, like at the lunch table she was like, but Dia, like you were unhappy, and I was like, I know.
But like sometimes I wasn't.
like yeah, no, like in any relationship the highs are like really high. Like the when the relationship is like at its peak, like it was really good. Like yeah, obviously like you don't start off relationship with like a bunch of problems and not really liking the person.
We're running out of time a little bit, so I think part two. So we'll see you next week. I'm your host, Isabella Sanfilippo.
I'm Dia.
Thank you for listening, and remember, we love you.